Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I figured that it would be the perfect time to film my September birthday book haul just because I am about to start packing my books because we are going to be moving in the next couple of days. So I figured it would be the perfect time to film a book haul to sort of close out my time here in this book room. It's been extra special for me, but let's get into the books that I got for my birthday or that I bought in September. Starting off as usual, I'm going to show you first my book of the month picks and also my Nightworms for the month. So for my September book of the month choice, I chose Alice Feeney's Rock, Paper, Scissors. I'm super excited to read this. I know Gabby from Gabby Reads loved this and just recommends it so much, but I'm not going to be reading this until the winter time. I'm weird like that, you guys. If you don't know me yet, hi, I'm weird. And if there's something like snowy or folly or summery or whatever season kind of cover it has, I'm gonna read it in that season. It's just how my mind works. So I will be reading this in the winter time, and I'm so excited because we're moving more north, so I'm hoping I get to see a little bit more snow. I mean, not by a lot, but I'm hoping that this difference I get to see a lot more snow because I've always been like a southern girl and I've never gotten to see a lot of snow in my life. So fingers crossed that when I read this, it could be on a snowy day. And then my second choice, because you know I'm never gonna pick just one. You know what? If I have to pick just one book from Book of the Month, I'd rather not pick anything. Is that stupid? I think it is. I get it. I know it is, but this is just how I roll. I ended up also getting Lisa Jewell's The Night She Disappeared. Lisa Jewell is an auto buy for me, so I couldn't pass up the opportunity to get the Book of the Month edition because all my other books from her are from Book of the Month. And yes, another quirk about me, this video is gonna be fun to edit. It's gonna be cringy to edit. And then the two books that we got for Nightworms, the first one being My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. This was a book that I wasn't planning on buying. I mean, I'm glad I got it for Nightworms because, okay, I get to read it. I've heard a lot of hype behind this book, but I don't fare too well with Stephen Graham Jones' writing. I know many people love his storytelling and that, but there's something that just does not let me connect with his writing. I mean, it's great writing, but as far as like me connecting with the book, I've had issues with them. The only one so far that I've liked is Night of the Mannequins, and I still felt a disconnect with that little novella. So I've tried Mongrels, I didn't like it. So I'm hoping that this one is more up my alley, but we'll see. I'll keep you updated. And then the second book that we got was Forest by Lisa Quigley. I believe that's how you say her name, and I'm excited to read this one because it just looks really creepy with this cover. Why am I doing books on this side? I'm switching sides because I always show books here and I feel weird on this side. I don't know why I just did that. Next, let's get into some books that I got sent by publishers, which always thank you so much. There was one here or two that I didn't even know I was getting. The first three are from Silver Shamrock Publishing. The first one I got was Midnight from Beyond the Stars, and this is a short story collection. It is a chunker. I don't do too well with large collections of short stories. I feel like I always read like 5 or 6 and then I am done. But this is apparently space themed, and I am a really big fan of sci-fi horror, so I'm hoping I can get through all of these. If not, I know I will read some of them, but all of them I don't know because, oh my gosh, what is this? The intro by Richard Chizmar, all it says is coming, 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 coming all across the page. I am super interested. Yeah, there's quite a lot of stories in here, so I'm excited. And then they also sent me Jedi Summer as opposed to this chunker. This one looks like a little flyer, a little pamphlet. I was trying to read this before summer ended, but I just did not get to, so this will be left for next summer. I think this, I already have a copy of this that we got in our Nightworms long time ago. I'm not sure, but there was 2 names before on the cover, so I don't know what that's all about. And then I got Jennifer Salsi's Dead in the Water. I did read Clementine's Awakening by her earlier this year, and I really enjoyed it. It was either earlier this year or at the ending of last year. So I'm really looking forward to this one, and this cover is super creepy. And I remember loving the ending so much to the last book that I'm eager to see the ending in this one. And then this was an unexpected book that I got from, let me see who this was, from St. Martin's Publishing and group, and I wasn't expecting this one. So The Orphan Witch by Paige Crutcher. I mean, this is like the perfect book for this month. I might do like a witch reading vlog. I want to do a lot this month, and it's already like mid-month, so I don't know if I'll get the opportunity. I want to do 3 vlogs already from here until the end of the month, so we'll see if I'm able to do a witchy one. But I'm excited for this cover, these colors. It reminds me of the Practical Magic edition from Book of the Month that's like blue, and that one has more like oranges and stuff, but these colors just attract me. And then another unexpected one was from Torn Nightfire, and that is Dead Silence by S.A. Barnes. This is sci-fi horror, and I just told you guys how much I love sci-fi horror, so I'm really looking forward to this one. This one comes out January 2022, so it's a little bit ways away, but I am super eager to jump into this one because, again, sci-fi horror is my jam. And then also from Torn Nightfire, I got Slewfoot. You guys already heard me talk about this in my October TBR. I haven't read it yet, but I will because I'm eager to. So it's not I'm excited anymore, it's I'm eager to. I'm switching things up, you guys. I'm going to a new book room. I gotta change my vocabulary a little bit. Just kidding. I got a couple of sweet packages from some book friends, some amazing friends for my birthday, which thank you so much to each and every person that sent me a book for my birthday. I'm just like in awe every time that I get a package. I'm in awe of like the friendships that I have made and the amazing people that I have met in the book community. Starting off with my Bookstie, she sent me 3 books for my birthday, and then she sent me an extra book later in the month that she got as a review copy, but it was just too much for her, so she knows I like extreme horror and she sent it to me. So the first 3 books that she sent me were for my birthday, and the first one is The Handyman by Bentley Little. I have already read this. Can you believe it? I have read a book from my September book haul. Like, that never happens. it always takes me like 3-4 months, a year, 2 years to get to the books that I haul in specific months, or just that I haul, period. But I already read this one just because I loved The Haunted so much. So you guys will be seeing this one in my October wrap up, or maybe in a recent reads. I don't know yet what I'm doing with that. Stay tuned. She also got me Devil's Wake by Stephen Barnes and Tananarive Due. I remember reading Ghost Summer in August, part of my trying to zero in on my currently reading shelf, and I remember loving her apocalyptic stories so much that I ended up putting this one on my wish list. This is her apocalyptic series that she writes with her husband, and so I mean, she writes it with her husband, score number 1, and number 2, it's a zombie apocalyptic novel, so I'm dying to read this, and I'm hoping to do so possibly next month. I'm not sure yet, but that cover is creepy and I cannot wait. And then the third one, which is probably the one that I'm most excited about, is The Complex by Brian Keene. I already spoke about this in, I don't know if it was in my October TBR or my fall TBR, one of those two. I will link them up above, but I'm pretty sure everybody has seen it because it's 2 of the videos with the most views on my channel. So I guess you guys like hauls and TBRs a lot, so thank you. But this one I hope to get to very, very soon, possibly like probably my first book when I get to the other house. We don't know yet. And then she sent me a 4th book, which was actually sent to her for review, and it was just a bit much for her, but she knows I like blood, guts, and gore, which gore, blood, and guts is the same thing, just triply said. Triply? I'm done. Night of the Prowler by John Athan. It says, it has a warning. It says that this novel contains graphic content. Reader discretion is advised. And yes, please. Thank you very much. The next package that I got for my birthday was from my friend Tali, and these were all from my wish list as well. The first one being Tapton Lucidum, I think, but you will see it here. I don't know how to say that. And this is written by the Sisters of Slaughter, Melissa Layson and Michelle Garza. This is from Death Heads Press, but I mean, look at this wraparound cover. How amazing. But it says, a band of friends unknowingly awaken something ancient and hungry. The glowing orbs descending from the trees are more than fireflies. I love fireflies. A ravenous group of hunters is set free and are now moving closer and closer to the small town of Brushmill. Halloween night will mark their arrival, and the townsfolk will have to fight to keep from being eaten alive. Please? Yes? Thank you. Then she sent me Thornhill by Pam Smythe. Carol talked about this so much that she had me adding it to my wish list, and I believe that Tali has read it as well, or wanted to read it, or I'm not sure, but I am so excited. This is an illustrated novel. It sort of reminds me of Wonderstruck. I loved Wonderstruck so much, but it has that kind of same formatting, which is a story and then pictures, and I am all about this one. And this is such a pretty book. I love when books print their covers on the actual book. It's one of my favorite things on book art is the covers actually on the hardcover of the book. It makes my heart beat. I'm not even exaggerating. I love that. And then she also sent me December Park by Ronald Malfi, which has been on my wish list forever. It has been on my radar forever, and I am so stoked to finally own it. Then I got sent 2 books by my friend Maisha. Thank you so much. Also from my wish list, because what better gift to give somebody than straight off of their Amazon book wish list? Can there be anything better? The first one being The Call by Peter O'Guillan. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I spoke about this in my September TBR because I have already also read this for the Magical Readathon, and I liked it and I didn't like it, but go watch my wrap up if you want to see how I felt about this book. But I mean, the synopsis sounded so promising, like evil dark fae. Thank you very much. And then the next one she sent me was The Faceless by Kimberly A. Betts or Betty's and Grant.
I can't speak today. What is wrong with me? I can't say any words. Can I ever? But specifically not today.
It's all about a stalker, if I'm not mistaken, but ooh. I don't know how or where I saw this book at that it made it onto my wish list, but it was there, and here it is now. When Carrie Rose was 6 years old, she fought off her mother's attacker. Now, 20 years later, she's an internet sensation with millions of adoring fans and an offer to take her cooking show to television. Her culinary talents have brought her everything she's ever wanted: money, success, a loyal fan base, but it also brought her something she didn't want: a stalker. And then last but not least, out of the packages that I got was from my friend Megan. She was just so sweet. I actually sent her a little gift for her baby shower, or like a little baby welcoming gift, because she just had a baby. And she sent me this package because of that. Like, she did not have to do this, but thank you so much, because one of these books was a very anticipated read for me. I'm not going to say the most, but it was a very anticipated read for me, and everybody has been raving about it, and my friends have read it and have loved it, or are in the middle of reading it and are loving it. So I'm going to start with that one, and that is Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. I can't believe I just dropped this beautiful book, but I mean, I still want to read this for Tome Topple, but I think I'm going to save this for November, because I really want to give it my most undivided attention. And I feel like right now in the month of October, everything's so crazy that I don't want to, but I think I'm going to wait till November for this one. And then she also sent me Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade. It's full of humor, heart, and heat. I know you guys are not used to seeing these kinds of books on my channel, but I do read romance and fluffy fantasies and things like that. So I am so excited for this. It says, a match made in fandom. How exciting. And then she had got me this one because the two books that she won was vampire. And then she got me this one, Mary Will I Die. And she's like, all these dark books, I had to send you a little fluffy one. So she had me laughing. But I mean, this cover, this is by Sean Sarles. I do not know anything about this. She actually showed this on her stories on Instagram and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that? So she sent it to me. I had never heard about this, but this cover had me freaked out. So I'm excited to see what this is all about. And that back cover too. Ooh, wait. And then the last stack of books are just books that I have bought throughout the month because again, it was my birthday. So like, why not? But I am happy to report that my book buying has really diminished. Like, it's October and I have not even bought one book, you guys. How proud of me are you? How proud? So the first 4 books that I'm going to talk about that I bought in the month of September are from my favorite author. He was having like this huge sale because his dog Bear needed chemotherapy and it was really expensive, so he had like this whole sale and like a bunch of like packages and stuff on his website to try and collect money for Bear. So I did order 4 books just to support the cause. I mean, like, what better way to show support, you know? It's like, he's one of my favorite authors, so why not? The first one that I got was Blood Relations. Dying to read this one. I've heard so many good things. I believe this is a collection of short stories, and I know that I've said before that I don't like short stories, but I do make exceptions, and these are really short, but Christopher Triana is an exception. I will read anything and everything by him. With that being said, I also bought The Long Shadows of October, which I am hoping to get to this month, but if you guys saw my October TBR, you know that my TBR is pretty stacked. So we'll see. I don't know what this is about, and I don't want to know too much because I like going into books blind, especially his books. Then I bought Toxic Love. Again, don't know much other than I really enjoyed this cover. It just really stood out to me. And then I bought Body Art again because the cover stood out to me and the title. And all of these are personalized and they have like a little inscription of some sort. So very happy with my purchase. I actually went to Dahlonega last month. It was our first time over there. We actually went to the Amicalola Falls. And we hiked the mountain and the steps to see the falls, and then from there it was close to Dahlonega, and we've been dying to go to that little city for a while. And while we were there, I just happened to stumble upon this bookstore, this used bookstore, and I bought all these books because why not? The first 3 that I bought were Stephen King. He had a huge Stephen King collection and I'm there. I found this little mass market paperback edition of It, and if you guys know, I love It, and I do collect It, and I do collect Christine as well from Stephen King. I bought Mr. Mercedes. This is a book that I'm dying to read, but you guys know I am reading his work in chronological order, so I don't know when this comes up in the order, but I've always wanted to read it, and I've always wanted this edition, this hardcover edition. So there we go. And then I also bought Gerald's Game, which I don't know anything about this book, like nothing about this book, but I'm assuming there's some kink there. I don't know, but I mean, yes. And then while I was there, I also found this box set. I actually bought the first book at another used bookstore that I went to here for the first time close to my house. But I only found the first book there, and then when I was at this bookstore, I found the box set, and I was like, I just bought it. My friend Tali loves this little series. It's a little smutty series by Anne Rice, but it's written under her other pen name, and it's the Sleeping Beauty series. So I had to have it. Me and Tali are gonna be buddy reading this, so I'm excited. I like that they're black, white, and red. I love when I see that color scheme in book series. Now I can't put it back in. And then the last 2 books that I got were just from Amazon. The first one being A Lesson in Vengeance, which was our September book club pick for Stacks of Strange. I love the artwork on this cover, is just amazing. And then the book inspired by my friend Cameron's TBR. I just cannot watch his TBRs without wanting a book from there, or all of them for that matter. But the one that really caught my attention that I really wanted, it was because of the cover and also because of the author, and this is on my October TBR video, is Hell Night in Hopewell by Walford Lee Jones. So there you go. Those are all the books that I received or purchased in the month of September. It is a stack of books that now are going to be packed away to travel along to their new destination with me. I am super nervous, super anxious, but super excited to be moving and to be setting up my book room. Let me know if you bought anything in the month of September that you're just eager to read. Let's chat books in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!